Hey there, Eagles fans. Welcome back to your go-to NFL rundown, straight from the heart of Philly. Here's a question to get your blood pumping. Is this the week Kelee Ringo finally becomes a household name at Lincoln Financial Field? With the Philadelphia Eagles flying high at 3-0, they're gearing up for a massive clash against the undefeated Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And here's the kicker. Mike Evans, Tampa's touchdown terror, is out. So, grab your green gear, Philly, as we break down the latest news, dive into the matchups, and get you hyped for what could be a game-changer in the Eagles' 2025 season. Let's jump right into the big story. The Eagles secondary is facing a potential shakeup as Adoree Jackson deals with a groin injury from last week's heart-pounding win over the Rams. Jackson, who played 38 snaps in Week 3, might be limited, opening the door for a new hero to emerge. That's where Kelee Ringo comes in. Defensive coordinator Vic Fangio dropped a hint at his press conference, saying, "I've told Kelee he's going to get his opportunity at some point, and he's got to be ready." Could this be Ringo's time to shine? The 23-year-old, drafted out of Georgia in 2023, has been a special teams stud, one of the best in the NFL, but he's yet to see a defensive snap this season. Eagles fans, you know what's coming. It's time to see if Ringo can bring that "Fly Eagles Fly" fire to the secondary. Now, let's talk about the opponent. The Tampa Bay Bucs are no slouches, even without Evans. Over the last 5 games against Philly, Evans has been a nightmare, hauling in 29 catches for 327 yards and 4 touchdowns, powering Tampa to a 4-1 record in those matchups. Ouch. But with him sidelined, the Eagles face new challenges in Chris Godwin, a Penn State product making his season debut, and rookie star Emeka Egbuka, who's already got 14 catches for 181 yards and 3 touchdowns in 3 games. That's a 12.4-yard average per catch, folks, a real test for Philly's defensive backs. Speaking of the secondary, let's recap last week's thriller against the Rams. The Eagles held their own against Puka Nacua and Davante Adams, who combined for 14 catches and 168 yards with 1 touchdown. Not too shabby. The game ended with Jordan Davis's epic field goal block and a 61-yard touchdown run that had the link roaring. But with Jackson banged up, Jacorian Bennett stepped up for 12 snaps, his most this season. He had ups and downs. Matthew Stafford and Nacua targeted him for 3 catches totaling 30 yards, but Bennett stood tall on a deep shot with under 20 seconds left. Fangio liked what he saw, saying, "He had a nice play, broke up the pass down the sideline. I think he did fine." The question now is, can Bennett or Ringo handle Tampa's passing attack? Let's zoom in on Kelee Ringo. This kid's story screams Philly grit. A 2-time national champ at Georgia, Ringo's got the size, 6'2", 207 pounds, and speed to be a lockdown corner. He turned heads in OTAs but struggled in training camp, losing the starting job to Jackson and Bennett. Still, Fangio's keeping the faith, praising Ringo's elite special teams play. Picture this, Ringo flying downfield on a punt, the crowd chanting AGLS, with Sweet Caroline blasting. That's the vibe he brings, and now he's 1 snap away from a breakout moment. For some historical context, the Eagles' secondary has always been the soul of their defense. Legends like Brian Dawkins and Troy Vincent set the standard, and Darius Slay carries that torch today. In 2023, Philly's pass defense struggled, ranking 31st with 252.7 yards allowed per game. But in 2025, Fangio's system has them at 198.3 yards per game, 12th in the NFL. Tampa, meanwhile, averages 225 passing yards per game, so this matchup will test Philly's progress. Fun fact, the Eagles' 2017 Super Bowl run featured a secondary that held opponents to a 61.9% completion rate. Can Ringo or Bennett channel that magic? Tactically, Fangio's defense loves mixing cover, 2 zones with man coverage. Expect Slay to lock onto Godwin, leaving Bennett or Ringo to battle Egbuka. For new fans, a zone defense means covering an area, while man means sticking to 1 receiver. The Eagles' safeties, like Reed Blankenship, will likely help over the top, acting like the last line of defense. Up front, Haason Reddick and Josh Sweat need to rattle Baker Mayfield, who's only been sacked 4 times this year. Philly's 3 sacks on Stafford last week show they can bring the heat. Let's add some Philly flavor with a fictional twist. Imagine we bumped into Eagles legend Donovan McNabb at a Wawa. When asked about Ringo, he said, "That kid's got that dog in him. Give him a shot, and he'll make plays that'll have the Lynx shaking. And outside the Novacare complex, a fan in a Jalen Hurts jersey shouted, "Ringo's gonna shut him down. Fly, Eagles, fly." That's the passion that makes Philly special. Statistically, this game is huge. Both teams are 3-0, a mark the Eagles haven't hit since 2016. Tampa's passing attack ranks 8th, but Philly's run defense, led by Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, is number 1, allowing just 78.3 yards per game. If the Eagles can make Tampa one-dimensional, it's advantage Philly. A win here could cement their NFC East lead, with the Cowboys and Giants at 2-1. Looking ahead, tough games against the Chiefs and Ravens await, so depth in the secondary is crucial for a playoff run. Here's some Eagles trivia to fire you up. Did you know Fly, Eagles, Fly debuted in 1938? Or that the 2017 Super Bowl included the Philly Special, with Nick Foles catching a touchdown? Moments like that define this team, and Sunday could bring another. Will Ringo pick off Mayfield? Will Bennett lock down Egbuka? Get ready for the link to erupt. Eagles Nation, it's go time. The Birds face the Bucs this Sunday at 1 p.m. at Lincoln Financial Field. Whether you're tailgating or cheering from home, let's show the NFL why Philly's the toughest place to play. Will Ringo rise up? Can the Eagles soar? Tune in and follow us for all the action. Fly, Eagles, fly.